Alright. Text to speech. What did you say? Text to speech.
Text to speech. Off. Enable.
Huh.
Text to speech. Off. Enables narration of on-screen text.
You mean
Left and right directional buttons. Change.
You mean subtitles, right?
On. Text to speech. On. Enable text language. English. Change the language of dialogue. Text language. English.
Français. Español, Latino Americano. Wow. I'll go ahead and put it in Spanish, that way you can see. Tenía. Oh, hold on. Oh. No. Oh, not that one then.
English.
Never
Speech
mind.
language. English. Change the français.
Français.
Español latinoamericano.
Français. English. Continue.
Never mind.
Speech text to speech. On. Enable off.
You're talking about subtitles, right? Hold on. Shadows, midtones, and brights. The television does support HDR. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. But I can change those. Subtitles, that's what I'm looking for. Subtitles. Subtitles, can put it on. Story dialogue, story plus combat dialogue. Bam! Got all that yeah. Background. Enables a dark background behind subtitles to improve legibility. Huh? Names on. Oh, shit. There we go. Okay. Name colors. Might as well do. We'll check all of this one. We'll get in there too. Enables an arrow next to subtitles, indicating the screen relative direction of the person speaking. Does not display for on-screen speakers. Just color. Huh? Like, come on, let's go. Blue, red, green. I like blue. That's my favorite color. Titles. I wish it would let me use different subtitle language. Nothing. Sony Interactive Entertainment presents Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog. Another Naughty Dog game. Wow, that's a weird start to a game. Snap. Sub button story. So that's crazy. There's no title on this game. There's no title right here. That's crazy. But okay, so I was finally able to purchase it. I did purchase it as I was playing the Doom Eternal game. As I was playing that game, I actually did purchase this game. Or I actually did purchase it even before I got to the Icon of Sin, that big. So if anybody watches this video and they go to check out my Doom playlist and they check out the last video that I posted for that game, just so you know, I did purchase it before this game. I did purchase this game before I even got to the boss. I hope it's a boss fight for that game because I'm getting tired of that game already. But I had purchased this game before I got to that fight. So yeah, I've actually had this game for probably a few days, maybe. So yeah, I've had this game for a few days so far. But this will definitely be the start of The Last of Us Part 2 right here. So I was doing my best to get the Doom Eternal game completed. I still have not gotten completed. Like with me starting this game, I have not completed Doom Eternal, not yet, because I just needed a break playing 2 Doom games back to back. Playing 2 Doom games back to back. It got old. It got old because I was trying to get to the end, but I just having trouble beating the boss fight. So I just figured I might as well just go ahead and hop on this. So here we are with the start of The Last of Us Part 2. Very light. On awareness, defeater, stealth. Oh no. What's this? Permadeath. Huh? Permadeath. Oh, let me see. Permadeath adds additional challenge by limiting how much progress will be saved on death. It can only be enabled when starting a new game. Whole game. Your saved game will be completed. Well, your saved game will be completely reset on death. Holy moly! Goodness. This is another depiction of what reminds me of Batman Arkham Origins, and that Batman was not made by Rocksteady, just so everybody knows. That Batman game was made by a whole different company called Raven, but this right here reminds me of that, because on Batman, I've probably said it on the first game of the first game for this one. I probably said the same thing, that on that one, when you play the game on normal difficulty and you complete it, you do get another game mode. I think it was called Nightmare, if I'm correct. I don't remember exactly, but that might have been what the game mode was called. Nightmare is it you when you start that game mode, which is Nightmare mode, if you were to die on Nightmare mode, like, forget about getting don't worry about getting damaged. Don't worry about getting hit, getting damaged. If you were to die, okay, on the Batman Arkham Origins, on the highest difficulty, if you were to die, you will literally be reset. Your game or your game would literally restart. So let's just say you can technically be at the last fight, at the boss fight. Let's just say that for that game, you can technically be at the boss fight, okay? At the boss fight, and you needed one more hit on the boss, and this happens a lot. You need one more hit on the boss, but then he kills you, then you're done. You're absolutely done. You don't get the completion of the Nightmare difficulty, and you literally have to start all over. So yeah, so that basically sounds like this. If you die, you literally start from the beginning. If I were to activate that permadeath for our whole game. Oh wow, you can, okay, so you can do this for each chapter. So if you die on the first chapter, you have to restart. If you complete the first chapter without dying, I guess you can head on to the next. I'm guessing you can head on to the next, and then I'm guessing the first chapter is saved after that. So when you die, you start over from the first. You start over from the beginning of the second chapter. If you complete the first chapter and then continue on to and you're able to get to the second, if you die anywhere, even at the end of the second chapter, then I'm guessing you have to start over at the beginning of the second. I'm guessing that's what it means. Per act. Okay, this is per act. Same thing for the chapter, but every act apparently. And this one is the whole game, basically. You can go through the whole game, but then if you die, like I said, like I explained for Batman, if you die at any moment, then you will be back to the beginning, I guess. Per act, progress will be reset to the beginning of the act on death. Exactly, see? Approximately 2 to 5 hours of game time. Exactly, that's just what I said. So, progress will be reset to the beginning of the act on death. So whatever act that you, so for the act itself, whatever act that you died on, you will reset to the beginning of that one. And then chapter, of course, for progress will be reset to the beginning of the chapter on death. So, and this is if I choose whichever one I choose. So if I were to choose the per chapter, I die in the beginning of the chapter that I completed. I mean, the chapter that I reach, the next chapter that I reach, if I die on that chapter, chapter 2, chapter 3, however many chapters there are in this game, whatever chapter I die on, I reset to the beginning of that chapter, not the beginning of the game. And then per act, same thing with per act. And then whole game. Okay, interesting. I'm not going to use that. Nope. You have selected very light. Challenge level can be changed. Is that what that is? Explore and experience the story with a lighter combat challenge. Camera and aim assistance settings are enabled by default. Less challenging, moderate. Resources are more common. Oh, this is a whole page of. I didn't realize that. It's a whole page of. These are all the difficulty levels. I didn't even read it. I didn't even read it. Less challenging than moderate. Resources are more common and enemies are less dangerous. Moderate provides a balanced experience. Resources are limited. Hard. For those looking for a greater challenge, resources are very limited and enemies are more dangerous. Survivor. An intense, demanding challenge. Resources are extremely scarce and enemies are deadly. That's gonna be that would be very difficult. Grounded. The most challenging and realistic experience. Listen mode. HUD and other gameplay elements are altered in this game mode. Sheesh. That's the nightmare mode right there, Michael B. I didn't realize that this was I didn't realize that this whole section was the difficulty levels. I didn't realize it. Provides a balanced experience. Resources are limited. So very light is explore and experience the story with a lighter combat challenge. Camera and aim assistance settings are enabled by default. Less challenging than moderate. Resources are more common and enemies are less dangerous. Provides a balance. This would technically be medium. These are easy, medium, hard, of course, and then hard, expert, and then master. You might as well say master. So I'm gonna go moderate on this one. Wow, they all have, holy shit, very light. The depending on, I didn't realize that. Depending on the difficulty level that you choose, they have certain amount of choices. So very light, you got 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7 choices of stuff to mess with. 7, and you got 2, 4, 6 choices. Moderate 4, hard 3, survivor. Nothing. Survivor. This difficulty is not recommended for your first playthrough. Are you sure you want to proceed? Grounded. This difficulty is not recommended for your first playthrough. Grounded disables listen mode, various HUD elements, and is the most challenging and realistic experience. Are you sure you want to proceed? Wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna do those right now. Those are too much. I'm not gonna mess with any of this. You have selected moderate. Challenge level can be changed at any time in options difficulty. We're gonna go with that one, and I just started. Keep in mind, everyone, I actually have watched the playthrough. Like I said in the first Last of Us game, I've already watched the playthrough for both of these games. But it has been a while. It has been a while. I do remember the more important parts of this game, but it's been a while. It has been a while. So I already know about Joel's death. I already know about Ellie's revenge. I know about all that. I know the story. It may be quite a few. There may be a lot of stuff about this game that I may forget though, like the first one, because it's been a while since I watched it. But I want you to know you're not gonna. I do apologize. You're not gonna have my full authentic reaction. Heads up. But this is me being able to. This will be me being able to enjoy the game. Period. Anyways, this would be me. This would be me being able to enjoy the game. Firefly. What he's not telling himself is that he actually started caring for her like a daughter. That's what he's not admitting to himself. Well, for me, it's like I said in the or not skip cinematic. I rather accidentally push replay. It's like I said in the first one, because I did say in the first one that even making a cure, okay, because of the fact that she was the literal first one to be immune, but I think she was the only one. But besides of what he told her, like from lying to her, okay, besides what he said that for him lying to her, wow, it's okay. I'm looking at my phone right now, and I'm glad that it's at least brighter on my phone. Right now, for me, on my screen, my TV screen is very dark. It might be my TV, actually. I just thought about that. It might be my TV, but yeah, it's very dark on my screen. Very light on my phone, so glad that y'all are able to see her still. But yeah, the one thing that they don't know for a fact, though, the one thing that I've explained even in the first game, at the end, is that they don't even know if the cure would have actually worked. The people themselves, the Fireflies, Marlene, the people that asked Joel to take her there to, like, still alive in one piece, they didn't actually know if a cure was gonna work. They didn't even know themselves. They didn't, because of the fact that Ellie was the first one to be immune, and she was technically the only one to be immune. So technically speaking, it's like I said in the first one, it would have been a 50-50 chance. So they technically would have either, if they would have killed her to take all of whatever they needed, it would have killed her, they said. But if it didn't work, okay, if the cure didn't work, they would have literally took away a little girl's life. They would have literally took a little girl's life, a young girl that still had a future. They would have took her life because of because of what they needed to dissect out of her, what they needed to take out of her. It would have apparently killed her. So if the cure didn't work, they would have literally killed a little girl out of curiosity to experiment to see if a cure worked or not. I don't even think they were sure. I think they tried something, they talked about something, they possibly, I don't know, they may have tried it, maybe, because they kept talking about it heavily, but they didn't, I don't think they themselves knew that if it was going to make a successful cure. I don't even think they knew, because of the fact that she was the first one and the only person that was immune to the infection. She was the only one. So if, let's just say, for it possibly not working, they technically would have killed the little girl. They would have killed her for nothing. Ellie would have been no more. Joel would have technically been distraught again. His heart would have been broken again, because they would have killed her, of course. Killed her. Not being alive anymore would have technically been a short thing. But then if the cure would have not worked, then her death would have been literally in vain. Let's just say that her death would have literally been in vain. So yeah, they would have killed the little girl because the cure wouldn't have worked. But then let's just say that the cure possibly did work. Well, then let's just say that she would have went down as a hero. That if the cure possibly did work, then she would have went down as a hero for for her having the genes, the blood to be able to cure the infection. She would have went down as a hero if it worked. But the Fireflies, even Marlene, I don't even think any of them were sure, because the only way to experiment is to have the correct. The only way to have a for sure experiment is to have the correct people to have the people that are actually immune. So the only way they would have known for sure is if they had multiple people that were immune, and then that way they probably could have had a higher chance of someone living, maybe, of some, like whoever was bitten but affected but immune to it. They probably would have had a higher chance of a person being for that person living, because he had multiple. But that's one major thing for experiments. If you only have one test subject that you're able to extract anything you need. That's what the word I'm looking for. Extract. You have one person that you need to extract something from them, then the experiment won't go well, because you only have one person. You won't ever be sure. Or if you have multiple people, that were immune, then yes, you will be able to have a better understanding of experiments, because you will be able to experiment with it better. So, to be honest with you, they would have killed her. It would have been a 50-50 chance. Them actually killing her to extract what they need, it would have been a 50-50 chance. They don't know. They really didn't know. Unless you experiment, unless Ellie was the second or third person of immunity for what they needed to extract. If she was like the second or third experimental test subject, then this conversation would be different. But since she was the first one, they literally wouldn't have known. They would not have known. Period. See? She would have died either way. She would have died either way. Her dying was a sure thing.
This is our future. Think of all the lives we'll save.
But that's one thing that they're not sure. You see, you can't exactly say, well, think of all the lives it will save if we do extract this that we need from her. Yes, she will die, but think of all the lives it will save. One thing that Joel should have asked, okay? For me hearing that, one thing that Joel should have asked is this the only person that is known so far? Is this, since the outbreak, since this whole apocalypse with the infected, is this the only person that has been known to have immunity? Is this the only person? And if they would have said no, or if they would have said yes, let's go with the yes. If they would have said yes, I do apologize for pausing so long, but you have to understand that them killing her would have been literally in vain. If they would say yes, that she is the only person that was immune to it, then I would have told them straight out, then how do you know it's going to work? How do you know? In order to be able to test something 100% with 100% accuracy, in order to test something, period, you have to have multiple test subjects with the same kind of blood immunity. It's the only way it would have worked. The only way is to have multiple test subjects. So that would have been the one question Joel should have asked. And if they didn't have any other test subjects beside her, if they didn't have any other person that was immune to it, if Ellie was literally the only person that was immune to the infection, then he's a liar. That doctor is a liar, because you wouldn't have known. You don't know. You don't know if extracting what you need from Ellie, you don't know if that would have worked or not. If it would have made a legit 100% cure. They don't know. This is what the game is technically missing. This is what the game is technically missing, and they leave it out. They leave it out for good reason, because they want people to ask these questions. They want the suspicion to be at the highest peak. Like, man, but all this doesn't make sense though, because if people would actually think like me, like, man, all this doesn't make sense, because for a test to really work, they need multiple test subjects. So they don't know so that's how you know that The Last of Us is technically broken, because they themselves don't know, depending on if Ellie was the only one or not. So yeah.
Jesus Christ, Joe.
Do apologize for talking a lot. Sorry. It just doesn't make sense. Killed all of them. Killed all of them. Killed them all. Well, most of them. All because of the fact that he can't admit that he has grown a heart for her. All because he can't admit that. He's too stubborn. Something that his brother would happen.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What does Ellie know?
Nothing.
I told her they just ran some tests.
He's telling Joel the truth, though.
I'm getting nothing.
Straight up lied to her. And lied to her face. Mm-hmm. I don't think she wanted to, but she took it anyways. Cause she does believe him. In him. So at least Tommy knows the whole story, the whole truth.
We should head back.
I don't think Tommy knows how to think about that. I don't think Tommy knows how to go about that information. just so everybody knows, that's all true. You got to think about it though. You got to think about all that. You can't just you can't really just what you call it, you can't really just go through this game and go through, let's just say, you can't just go through life not questioning anything and what you call it, accepting it all. You can't do that. I know I may be pausing it a lot, but it's all true though. This game is sort of broken, but they leave that out. They leave that in suspense on purpose for the people. Like the Joe, I mean, did Joel, did he have to kill? Well, he had to. They weren't gonna let him. But I mean, he technically could have just knocked him out. Cause then, yeah. But yeah, you gotta question all this because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Was Ellie the only one that was immune? Did they possibly have another on record, another person on record that was immune but hadn't said anything, or what? X to jump. I didn't even push it. Jumped on its own. So yeah, you gotta ask questions. You can't just, even though it may piss people off, you gotta ask questions. I do. I don't know what I'm looking down for. I like asking questions, honestly. I don't give a damn. I don't give a shit if it pisses people off. I love asking questions, especially to get. Because in the, let's just say in this new age, the new generation, the new era, you have to ask questions. But you also, one thing that people don't have anymore is. I don't know how to speed up. I don't remember how to run. Or not run. I don't remember how to go faster. But yeah, you have to ask questions. People will get mad, but yet you have to be technical now in this new era because people lose a sense of perception, of perceptive. People are not perceptive. They're just not. So nowadays you also have to be very you have to ask questions.
It's okay. I got him.
You have to ask real questions. Ask real questions. You got to be technical with everything. You just have to be.
About what we were talking about. Can't say I've done different.
His brother knows that he's grown a heart for Ellie because let's just say for something like this to possibly happen in real life, for you to take care, protect, and to spend and to, yeah, I guess in a way forcefully, but to be around. So for an older gentleman to be around a younger person, even a younger girl, even when he's lost his girl, or an older guy to be around a younger girl for a certain reason, especially for a reason of like a cure. Please take out the sick-minded. I know that for people that may watch this, they may be thinking like, "Oh, that looks weird." No, this is a game. Talk about this game. So for people for something like this to happen, he could not at some point cannot not grow a heart for her. Come on now. He lost his own daughter. This little girl was forcefully put into his life, and he was traveling with her for how many months? So many fucking months. Maybe a year, who knows? Traveling with her, so let's just say you have to be a stone cold, heartless motherfucker to travel with, like, for you losing your little girl and traveling with another girl that's possibly even the same age, traveling with someone like that. If you you had to be a heartless motherfucker to travel with someone like that and still let her get killed, still let them do their surgery on her to kill her, to not give a shit. Because Tommy knows that he grew a heart for her. That's why he did all. That's why he was telling him. That's why he knows that his brother Joel grew a heart for her, like as if she's his own daughter. But to be able to let her die, you gotta be one heartless motherfucker. Let's just say that. You got to be one heartless motherfucker in order to not save her. in order to let her die, like, I didn't give a shit. I did what I was told to do, what I needed to do, was supposed to do. Got her supplies. I did what I needed to do, basically. You gotta be one heartless motherfucker, not grow a heart for her, period. But that's one thing that throughout the whole game, both games, even throughout the show itself, because they made a show, that's one thing that everybody knows. Even look, so for Joel himself in the game, that's one thing that that's one thing that he could never come to grips with, is to tell himself that he started loving her as his own daughter. It's one thing that he could never come to grips with saying to himself, that he wound up growing a heart and growing love for Ellie as his own daughter. And even even Tommy knew that. Even Tommy knew it. You can't go this fucking far and not grow a heart for someone, okay? You can't. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. You can't do that. So Tommy knows. That's why he saved her. He could have just left and let her die. And if a cure happened, it happened. If a cure didn't happen, then they killed a little girl over nothing. Killed her in vain. But Tommy knows. I'm sure Tommy sees through that whole tough guy vendetta that Joel grew a heart for her. And whether he can't, even though he can't admit it himself, he grew a heart. So, yeah. Yep. So he told him the truth for what happened, and Tommy's just letting him know that for everything he told him just now, the whole truth, Tommy will take it to the grave if he has to. Plus, that is the right thing for Tommy to do. That is technically the right thing for Tommy to do, is not ever tell Ellie, because even though he needed to tell someone, Joel needed to tell someone, he needed to have that off of his shoulders, so he told his brother, which he trusted. But even though he technically involved his brother Tommy into that big secret, he technically still has no right to tell Ellie, because all he did was inform him on what happened. That's all he did, was inform him on what happened. But that's technically still not Tommy's. It's not Tommy's. It's not his. What do you call it? It's not Tommy's. Let's just say, in a harsh truth, it's not Tommy's business to tell Ellie. It's not his. It's not his burden to tell Ellie. All Joel did was give someone some. And all Joel did was tell his brother what happened, so he can have somewhat of a relief as well. And he trusts his brother to not do anything either, to not tell Ellie. Even though it's technically not Tommy's. It's not Tommy's burden to tell Ellie. It's not his importance to tell Ellie, not Tommy. That's technically Joel's responsibility. That's what the word. I'm looking for the word responsibility. It's not Tommy's responsibility to tell Ellie. It's his responsibility to keep it to himself, to keep it secret from her, because all Joel did was inform him. He needed to tell someone something. He needed to tell someone, and what better person than his brother? So it's technically Joel's responsibility to give Ellie the truth. But that's the truth right there. So as much as people may get mad, you can't. That's the logical side of the thing. That's the logical side of truth. Period. She can't hear him. She got. She has earbuds. She's listening to music.
Jesus. Just gave me a heart attack.
Ellie's all grown up.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up, Joel?
I'm not gonna lie, I miss these two. She's helping the community, doing her part. It's good. It's good. Did you really?
She's about a clock. What's wrong?
It's
Just,
Get out of here.
I'm gonna show you something. Just give me 1 second.
It's almost like they're still on they're still on thin ice with each other. There's some tension. They have some tension between them. Oh, that's the country down south right there. That's the country down south accent right there. Oh, some folks call this a guitar. It's just so everybody knows, it's not a guitar. That's the north side of the. So for the people in the north, that's the north side of a guitar. People call it guitar. That's the American north area. I think I'm right. In the south, that's how you say it properly. In the south, when you got that real country accent, it's not a guitar, it's a guitar. And for people that seen it, that's kind of how you spell it. Geetar, I think. That's how you say it and spell it. It's a guitar. Yep. Ooh, I love that. I'm not gonna lie, I've always liked that accent. I've always liked the way they said that. Just want to play my guitar. Ooh, shit.
Oh, this music.
I'm wondering, I never actually knew what the tension was, because there's tension there. There's still like on. It's basically as if what you call it. It's basically as if they first met. That's basically what it is. As if they first met, like they barely know each other. So, yeah, it's weird. Oh. That's cool. I wouldn't mind learning how to read music. That's actually really cool. Wow. I don't know what the small B stands for. Wow.
Trying, sometimes you'll succeed to make this pain. All the stolen blessings I've no need for anymore. As I believe, and I believe as I can see our future days of you and me.
So for people that possibly didn't understand, he's basically, in his own way, musically, what he's I guess sort of attempting to do is, because of what he told Tommy, what he is attempting to do is he's attempting to tell Ellie how he really feels, because he still has a hard time men like that don't let their feelings out. Let's just say that. I'm just say that right now. And it's not because he's a robot of some kind that he doesn't have any fucking feelings. All these people that say, oh well, people that don't know how to express their feelings are just dead, or they don't know. We just don't know how to most of the time. We don't know how to, or like some people who may not know how to. But in his case, it's understandable, because we got to remember, in the first game, in the beginning, he lost his literal biological daughter. His daughter. He literally lost his biological daughter. So, let's just say for some people, it's very difficult to come out of that. It's very difficult to come out of that pain. And that pain can that pain does not ever really go away. I don't have kids of my own, I will be honest with that. But I'm sure, I can't relate, but I have a feeling that's the worst fucking feeling in the world, losing a child of yours. Losing a child. And I know this is going to be a bit controversial, but it's truth. I think it's a bit worse. I think it's a whole lot worse whenever you lose a daughter. Let's just be honest. Yes, I'm sure fathers love their sons as well. Fathers, they love their sons. Let's just say parents, they love their kids in general. Okay, parents love their children, but I think it's just a different feeling with a daughter. It's just a whole different feeling. Having a son is a different feeling of having a daughter. So I think it's just a whole lot worse when you have a daughter. It's just a different feeling, a whole lot worse. Or I should say, not having a daughter. Sorry, I apologize. It's losing a daughter is a whole different feeling. Mostly, losing a daughter, not having one. I do apologize. Let me fix and rephrase that. Losing a daughter is most likely a bit worse than losing a son. I'm sure that losing any children, of course, is very bad. Losing any children is fucking heartbreaking. Losing any child is a fucking heartbreaking move. But I would say that most likely losing a daughter is most likely a bit worse. Losing a daughter is a bit worse. So, that's one thing that is very difficult for men like Joel. For a person like Joel, someone that loves so hard, especially when you have your own child, a daughter in that case, you lose her, man, that takes an effect on you for years to come. Possibly, let's just say, if you can't open yourself up after that, most likely your whole life. It will take a toll on you your whole life. So this is just, if people can't understand this is him basically trying to tell Ellie in his own way, okay? Because he can't exactly open his feelings like he wants to. He can't. I don't think he knows how to. So this is him trying to let Ellie know. I don't exactly know if she knows or if she understands. But this is just him telling her that he's doing his best to. He's trying his best to tell Ellie that he loves her like a daughter of his. Like the new meme. Tell someone something without telling them something. So he's trying to tell her that he loves her without telling her that he loves her, basically. Just in case nobody knew. But yeah, that's what he's trying to do. In his own way, in Joel's way, in his grumpy, angry, manly way, he's trying to tell Ellie that he loves her without telling her that he loves her. That's what he's trying to do.
That didn't suck.
Right.
She's yours.
She's yours.
No, I don't know the first thing about this. You did.
Wait a second. One night, first message.
I don't know if she.
Do you remember the joke?
What is the downside to eating a book? It's time consuming.
Sounds soon. That was a good one, actually. It's a reflection, just in case no one knows. It's a reflection from the first game. I think he found the book. I think it was Joel that found the book in the mall. This is a reflection of the time that they found a book full of jokes in it. So she was really just reading from the book. That's what it was. So it's a reflection of like what they've been through, what they went through. Everything that they've went through, all that they've been through, it's a reflection of the first game that actually happened. I think it was in a mall, I think, that they wound up finding a book. It might have not, I don't remember. Oh, unless it was his friend, when they got out of the city that he was in. Unless it was the friend that owed him a favor. I forgot what his name was. Unless it was there. I forgot. I don't remember exactly where they got it. But yeah, that was a reflection of the first one, that she had a book full of jokes. They found a book full of jokes, and they were just randomly saying a few jokes. That's what that was. He wants to be a father again. He's just... I don't think he particularly knows how to be a father again at the moment. I don't think he knows. The Last of Us Part 2. Ooh. There's a knock at the door. Who is it? Ooh.
Hey. Morning. Sorry, I totally overslept. Just give me a minute and I'll be dressed.
Appreciate it. Quite a night, haven't
She kissed me. It was just Dina being Dina. I shouldn't do anything about it.
was talking about Seth Wade.
Oh.
I thought this was...
We're broken up 1 week and you make a move on my girl.
Hey.
She was probably just trying to make you jealous.
Oh my God, get over it. He said it himself. We were broken up 1 week and you made it with more. If you break up with someone, that ain't your girl no more. Jesus Christ. See, this is the emotions. This is the emotional side of people. And I would say it depends on how long you've been together, but that's the emotional side of people. It's stupid. We broke up 1 week and you already make a move for my girl. Like, get the fuck over it. You said it yourself. You two broke up. God damn. That's just annoying. He was joking. He was joking. I already knew it.
It's kind of fucked up you did that.
Shut up, Moira. Are you over it or not?
Smells fine.
I figured he was joking though. I was kidding. I don't care. No, but let's just say the people that are serious about that. How fucking dare you? We broke up for just a week and you're already moving on her? Like, you already making a move on her? Like, what the fuck? If someone's serious, for people that are serious, I would say get the fuck over it. Like, you're fucking broken up, get the fuck over it. And it wasn't even my fault. She did it. Starlight. Savage Starlight. Thoughts 20? Talk about goodbye. Is it time? Is it the end, my friend? No fear, live rock. I was reading the posters. The best of Blazing Bliss, the sound of ecstasy. It's crazy because I live in a hot ass state. I live in Texas, which is a literal hot ass state.
Hey, is Joel up? It sucks.
Right?
I was just about to get up.
Yeah, I live in a very hot ass state. I live in Texas, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm just curious on what it would be like living in a snowy state. That literally would be the literal opposite for me in my state. I'm not gonna lie, but I am actually curious on what it's like. I'm actually curious.
Yes.
I've been curious for quite a while on that. What it would be like to live in a snow state.
Let me see if I got this one.
Kiss me.
Which triggered Seth to call you not so nice.
Don't take them.
Mad at her. That part confused me.
Oh. That's where the tension was. That would make sense. That would all make sense. That's where the tension was. So this girl named Dina made a move on Ellie. Someone named Seth and this is the part that is very annoying with people, I guess with teenagers, but this is the part that is the most annoying with people in general, okay? They don't know how to get mad at the right fucking person. Oh my god. This is why I'm a logical person. Cause emotions get you in trouble, and emotions are sometimes useless. Okay? Let's be honest here, because they said it themselves. Cause he talked shit to the wrong person. The so-called kid that said a not so nice word to Ellie. He talked shit to the wrong fucking person. Like, seriously? This is why you don't use emotions to dictate your choices like a fucking idiot. This is why you use logic. Because, let's just say, if he was, whoever this was, if they were thinking logically, so, Dina made a move on Ellie, and that apparently caused a kid named Seth to say not such a nice word to Ellie. If he would have thought logically about this shit, about that whole situation, then he would have actually gotten on Dina's ass. Let's just say that. If he would have technically gotten on Dina's ass instead. Talk shit to Dina. Why are you making a move on her? We just broken up and you want to make a move on someone else that fast? Like, you gotta talk shit to the right fucking person, not the wrong one. Ellie didn't do nothing but apparently just get kissed. So, this is why I say that everybody need to make Y'all, everyone needs to make decisions off of logic and not emotion, okay? I understand that emotions run high, but that's the biggest form, that's the like the number one opportunity and time to start using your fucking brain. Use logic, don't use your heart, don't use emotions. That right there. So that's why they're so on edge right now. That's the reason that Ellie and Joel are on edge. So Dina made a move on Ellie, and then that caused Seth to talk shit to Ellie, that was his fucking fault, because he should have talked shit to Dina, not Ellie. And then so that caused, because of the fact that Joel loves Ellie like his own daughter. He loves her like his own daughter. That caused Joel to make a physical assault move on the kid named Seth. But that was Seth's fault. So, and then that caused Ellie to get mad and apparently talk shit and scream at Joel. And that's why tensions were so high at that moment. That's why tensions were on edge. But that was apparently Dina's fault. Sounds like Dina was the cause, the literal core cause of all that mess. Wow. See, this is the reason why people. This is the reason why people need to make decisions on
Is this about Seth?
logic.
Just tell her you never saw me. Where's your fucking loyalty?
Excuse me.
This is the reason why people need to make decisions with logic and not emotion. Literally. Period. Okay? I'm just saying.
So,
You and me? Yeah, of course. Dina and I.
I want you to think.
Ellie.
Thanks.
Sorry, I had to sneeze there. I had 3 of them. The first one y'all heard. The second one I muted it. I unmuted and I was waiting for the third one to come out. I felt it coming up, so I muted again. Man, this town looks really nice. To think that you got an infected apocalypse. To think that you got an infected apocalypse going on. Shit, this town looks really good. This looks like a western town. Look at that. Oh, it's like a western town. Main Street Gallery. What? The Clay Pit. Barbecue. Copper Peak Inn. That's a motel. I don't know what that is. It's just look like it's a. I look like it's a shut down building. Can you run a little faster? Okay, it looked like they hadn't opened too much more buildings apparently. I know I'm coming. Hold your horses. What? RJ and Sons Butchers. Something Trader States. Hardware.
Oh, hi.
Gas for imports. No domestics. Trades only. Blacksmith. So that's hardware. Hardware that you need. And then blacksmith. Most likely to create more tools, weapons, and I'm guessing repair and sharpen. Okay. Main Street Outfitters. Clothing traders. Trades and repairs. So you trade in clothes that you don't want. And then they can repair other clothes, I guess. Where did he go? Oh. Tipsy Bison. That's interesting.
Want to grab some breakfast?
Oh, store. It's like It's interesting, all the shops they got open.
In the back.
Cool. Damn, man, they got a whole freaking, practically a whole settlement here. Ooh la la, beer. Ooh la la. Nike. India. Dale Ale? Is that what it says? Pale Ale? I can barely read that one. Arston Lager. I like that picture of that. I like that picture of that ship in the water, on the ocean. I think it was lovely.
Excuse me.
Ellie, there you are. Come here.
I didn't do it. Dina did.
Seth says something else to say.
I don't want to hear what that bigot has to say.
The bigot. Goodness gracious, I hate when people do that.
Seth. Seth, come here.
Is he gonna apologize or something? Ah, fuck. Oh. Wow. Like I said, I have watched this. Like I said, I have watched this. The gameplay for this game, but it's been a while, so I don't remember a lot of it. But this old man called a young girl a not so nice word. Literally. See? I thought it was a kid. I thought it was a young kid. What the fuck? So this old man called her not so nice. So Dina, was Dina his daughter or something? I'm guessing it has to be his daughter or something. Cause a so-called person named Dina made a intimate move on, I was gonna say sexual, but it wasn't, not all the way, an intimate move on Ellie, and then this old fucking man made a verbal move on Ellie. What the fuck?
Look, last night I was drinking too much.
Of course, that's the original cause for everything.
I'm trying to say I'm sorry. Maria tells me that you and Dean are headed out. Made you some sandwiches. Steak.
Thank you, Seth.
Yeah. Well, you safe.
Yep. I appreciate it.
What you got there?
Bigot sandwiches.
Bigot sandwich.
You sure?
It's fine.
Let me work you out.
They're yours. I'm not gonna lie, other than saying I don't want no fucking sandwiches or something like that.
When you go out, I want you to trade off with Tommy and Joel. Those boys have been up for far too long.
Twin sisters, grocers, eggs, milk, and bread.
We're scheduled to arrive later today.
Grand
Watch yourself.
Teton?
Do what you say. It's gonna be
Is that how you
fantastic.
say that?
Of course.
Teton, Teton? How do you say
I was
that?
gonna check out the food trails. I'll need someone else to cover it.
Ellie, you know the crew trails?
Stable garden.
Not really.
Dina's
Bar
doing a
market.
bunch. I'll have the two of them take it.
And that solves that.
They have their jobs and
Ellie, let me talk to you for a second.
they have their jobs, of course, or they have their jobs, of course. Okay, they have their jobs, just like any place. They have their jobs, and they switch out. I guess that's something that is really good. They have their jobs. A good idea too, which is they have their jobs. They switch out. I guess that's a good idea for everybody to learn everything. For everybody to learn everybody's jobs, or to learn all jobs. They have their jobs, and they do switch out. So I guess everyone can learn everything. But that way, if someone is out for some reason, then they will, someone will take, then someone else will hop on another job if need be. That's interesting. That's cool.
So, look, I don't know
So-
what's going on with you and Joel.
Maria,
Guy really cares about you. And I'm sure he didn't mean to.
fine.
Okay. Okay. Be safe.
Thanks.
Yo, Dina, assignment.
Give me a minute.
So that's the girl that.
Girlfriend at the stables.
That's the girl that made her move on her.
Dina. Hey, guys. Tap it out.
She made a move on her? Man, she's not even that cute. Made a fuss over her. Was she drunk or
I just
something?
want to say sorry for running off last night. Oh, it's okay. I totally get it. I pulled back. Why? Because I started the whole thing. I shouldn't have kissed you in front of all those people. Oh, you were drunk. That's fine. Well, still, I don't want you to think.
No, I'm not reading into it or anything.
You know what I love about you? You let me finish my sentences.
I'm not even playing.
Motherfucker. That's hilarious.
Ask for it. Better run, you little shit. Shit.
Holy shit! But I'm on that kid. Oh, triangle. Oh shit. So do you though. Oh. Ah shit, you got fuckers. Working on it. They're working together. How dare they? Oh, I missed that one. Why am I able to grab snow on certain areas?
Winning. Oh, you like that?
Oh.
Oh, suck it.
Oh.
In your face. See me.
Oh, oh, oh. I think I got that. Ah, you fucker.
See you.
Snow. I need snow.
You better hide.
I need snow. Oh, I got one in my. I think I had one in my. That's a good though.
Eat snow. No, eat snow, you little shit. We're winning.
You're very open up
Oh,
there.
you got snow in your hair. Oh, what a shot.
Boom, got your ass.
Eat it, shrimps. No, get her. You'll never get away with this. Get off of her, you monsters. All right, we actually have some work to do. Thanks for that, huh?
She needs to apologize to everybody. Honestly.
Jesse wants us to do bird trails. He's gonna leave Joel and Tommy.
Oh, that's nice you assign us together. You're gonna like this one.
Morning, girls.
Morning.
Jackson Ranch.
Hey, ladies. I'll bring them in.
Thank you.
Oh, well, huh?
That's okay.
Going to.
Who's here? Look who decided to join us.
Yeah.
One for you. And one for you. Open it up. Settle down, children.
all know the drill. Run your routes, mark your logbooks, clear any infected you see. You run into anything you can't handle, you come back. You're smart about it. All right. Get going.
She has some inner feelings for Ellie too, because you can't kiss someone without thinking, even if you're drunk, and not have some kind of feeling. You can't. So she has some kind of inner feelings for her. She's like a tomboy. Goodness gracious. Alright, well, I'm actually gonna go ahead and end it off here. That would definitely be the intro. I do apologize for, I most likely feel like I hadn't played enough on here, so I do apologize for that. I know I've talked a lot. It's just, you gotta question things. You really do. You have to question a lot of stuff. You do. It's technically wouldn't be right, and honestly wouldn't be fun if you don't question things. So yeah, you gotta question things. But story continue. Oh, hold on, what I get? Concept art. Ooh, Jackson. Prologue. Collection. Oh snap! Oh, I want. Is that supposed to be Joel? Damn, he looks like a homeless person. He looks worse than he does in the game. Right there, that picture. God damn. Wow. Lovely pictures though. Countryside pictures. Auto. I was gonna say, what did I just do? Oh. Oh, something else. Oh. Yes. Did something. Okay, guess we got other stuff. Alright, but yeah, that's gonna be the end of it for this stream. I guess all I really did was start the intro for this game. And I guess as you all seen, we did get to the first look of the so-called villains of this story, of the second one. So, but yeah, I didn't want to get too far into that. I'll leave that to the next one. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one off right here. This game is gonna be fun. I remember most of what I watched for the playthrough, but of course, like I said, I'm not gonna remember everything. So it'll be a fun recap, especially for me playing it myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it off right here, and I will definitely see all of you in the next stream. So for everyone that watches my videos, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. For everyone that's subscribed to me, I also appreciate that just as much. I appreciate it. So thank you all, and I will see all of you in the next stream. So bye bye.